Hello everyone. Today I'll be showing you how to make mixed berries and vanilla custard tarts. You can make them as small tartlets or you can make them as one big tart. So to start with, we will need the following ingredients. For the custard, we will need 1 liter of milk, 4 egg yolks, 3/4 of a cup caster sugar, 3/4 a cup of cornstarch, 1 vanilla pod, or you can use 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence or vanilla extract. And for the dough, you will need 200 grams of all-purpose flour, 100 grams of cold cubed unsalted butter, 1/4 cup powdered sugar, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of very cold water, and for the topping, either fresh or frozen mixed berries of your choice. So to start with the dough, we will put the flour and the sugar and a pinch of salt in a food processor and pulse it for a little bit. Then we will add the very cold butter to the mix and pulsate them a little bit until the butter is incorporated and the flour mixture resembles soft sand. Then we will whisk the egg with 1 tablespoon of the cold water. Then we will add it to the mixture and pulse and process again in the food processor. Make sure that you don't overwork the dough. And now we'll just put it down to our working bench and try to bring it together. If we feel it's still too dry, we can add a little bit of water, maybe 1 teaspoon or less at each time. Once the ball of dough is formed, I'll bring some cling film and wrap it and form it into a disc and keep it and put it in the fridge for at least 1 hour before use. In the meantime, we'll start making our custard. So to make the custard, we'll add the milk and the sugar in a saucepan and mix that together. And then cut the vanilla pod in half and take all the seeds, as you can see, and put them to the mix with the vanilla pod and mix everything. Now on medium heat, I will bring the milk to a gentle simmer and then turn the heat off. Now I'll whisk the 4 egg yolks with the 1/4 cup of sugar remaining. And then I will add the cornstarch and mix that together until it forms a paste. And then very slowly I'll start adding the milk. It's really important to add the milk gradually because you don't want to scramble the eggs. Once all the eggs and milk is mixed well together, I'll put them back to the saucepan and on the stove on medium heat until it thickens and becomes custard, and again it goes back to boiling. Once that happens, turn off the heat. Transfer into a clean bowl and then cover it with cling film. Make sure that you touch the surface so that no hard crust will form on the custard, and then let it cool completely in the fridge. After an hour, take the dough out and on a lightly floured surface, start rolling it. If you feel it's too hard, just let it stand for a little bit, not too much, until it just becomes easier to roll it. And then cut them to the right size. You can use a muffin tin like the one I use, or you can use the individual tarts cases if you have that. Just make sure that you butter them before the use. And once all the tarts are made, prick the base with a fork. And then cover it with either parchment paper, or here I use muffin cases. And then add baking beans. I didn't have that, so instead I just used rice. And now I will bake the tartlets in an oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes or until they turn gold. After that, I'll remove them from the oven and then and leave them for 5 minutes in the tin, and then I'll remove the rice and remove them from the pan and leave them to cool completely before assembling. When I'm ready to present them, I can start by I'll take the custard out from the fridge and whisk it a little bit, and then bring each tartlet and fill it with custard. Once all of that is done, you garnish with the berries of your choice and you are ready to serve. Now if you want to make one big tart instead, the amount of custard I did was enough to make one large tart and then 12 small tartlets. So I made another batch from the dough and I roll it the same way and with a fork prick it, cover it with parchment paper, add the baking beans or rice in my case, and bake it in the same way in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 or 15 minutes until it turns golden, and leave it to cool completely before use. The only difference that I made is that I put also a layer of jam before I added the custard, which was a nice addition. And the same way you can garnish it with the berries of your choice. So that's the end result. It is both fresh and light and still looking very delicious. I hope that you will try this recipe and that you will like it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel on YouTube and follow me on Instagram, on my Facebook, and on my website. All the links are found below in my bio box. Have a good day. Bye.